Alrighty, we are back with our third game of
Round
the day.
3 of Swiss. We got Benny Vasquez versus Angel Torres. Look at when the game starts on. I don't know. It'll be an interesting. This is a good 2-0 game. This is table 1 fun. Waiting for sub to finish up before we get to see the teams on stream.
Fierce rivalry. Friends off the court, enemies on the court.
I don't know, looking at these sheets, this is going to be an interesting matchup.
Is this the third time we've seen this team?
No, actually. No.
Definitely the third time I've seen this one, which you'll all see in a second.
No, it's missing something else from the other versions of that same team, but
That's true.
haven't been seen.
You'll all find out in a second.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, we're just having more.
Can we get what's it called? Cynthia's team on?
Just placeholder teams.
All right, we shall.
Come on.
I should keep on waiting.
Looks like. It looks like we need to at least
For those at home. Again, I'm only casting because I forgot my switch. I was gonna run Scarf Garchomp, which is more like Two Socks Garchomp. He's having a good time over here.
All right. Try to see what's going on over there. Aww.
Oh, all right, we're on team preview, and we've got Benny with
Yeah, it looks like a typically the
classic
sort of
standard team. Wait,
pretty. Yeah, actually.
this is not his team.
Oh, did we get?
I think these were the teams from the previous.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's just that, yeah, because of technical difficulties, the stream that
We will
teams you
tell
see
you
up
all.
here right now.
Yep, we will tell you what they're running, and that is what they're running.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Benny's team is fixed, and Angel's team is fixed. Perfect.
Cool.
So Benny is running Scovillain, Aerodactyl, King Gambit,
see the-
Baskin Legion, Sylveon, and
Yeah.
these are all good. And
Amazing. Okay.
we've got Angel with Delphox, Garchomp, King Gambit, Rotom, Sneasler, and Whimsicott.
I'm going to see the leads of King Gambit Caesar from Benny and Garchomp Whimsicott from Angel. to get things going real fast because of technical difficulties. And so it's probably just like maybe like a fake out swap into Aerodactyl from Benny here. So maybe try to dodge like a Stomping or an Earthquake. But we'll see. This is like this is a pretty awkward matchup. But we're gonna see. Okay, yeah, we're gonna see the fake out. That makes sense for at least turn 1.
Oh, Poison Touch goes off.
Ooh, Garchomp not happy to be on that timer. You see the Moonblast into the King Gambit?
Oh, special attack drop?
Yeah, but like
Maybe? 10% chance?
the odds of that are a bit lower, but we'll see. We've seen.
No. Who needs that?
Swords Dance, yeah.
Who needs that when you can give yourself that boost?
The Swords
Right.
Dance. Yeah. Swords Dance King Gambit has been picking up a lot, and it's really scary, especially for these Garchomps that
Yeah.
really don't like taking a +2 Sucker Punch. Especially with that poison, so that if it does survive, it
Yeah, I think
It's
at this,
gonna be
it definitely goes
very,
down to
very
sucker
low.
right
Here
now.
comes Aerodactyl. Potentially trying to dodge, just trying to dodge a ground move.
You know, and King Gambit being a dark type
You see the
can
Sucker
be really
Punch?
on court.
Yeah,
And goodbye, Chomp.
it's quite a lot of.
Adios.
Now we're gonna see what Whimsicott does here. Maybe a moon. Yeah, just moon blasting again.
Angel does
Trying to
not want to see that King Gambit here.
No, it's very
Especially now at +2.
Yeah. Potentially +4 with 2 moon blasts. And we're gonna see Rotom come in.
All right, the washing machine is on.
And this King Gambit getting up to +2 is so terrifying for Angel. Just because now anytime you need to attack, you are always being You are always staring down the barrel of that King Gambit and its Sucker Punch.
I see Aerodactyl Mega on Benny's side.
Probably just gonna just go for damage to avoid a potential Encore from that Whimsicott. Gonna see the Tailwind. Gonna see what this King Gambit does. It's probably a Sucker Punch into the Rotom. That's so much.
Is that Sash?
No,
That's
that was
not
just
Sash.
good old natural Sash.
Wow, this King Gambit's put in so much work, taking about 50% of Angel's entire team's HP at this point.
Yeah, and now Whimsicott going down to the dual Wing Beat from the Aerodactyl. That was a very destructive turn for both sides.
Yeah, but I think I like this better for Benny, right? Like you got the Rotom down to 1. Whimsicott is gone, so no more Encore
Sneasler
pressure.
can just come back in and
that's why we wanted that
Sylveon
King Gambit gone.
And now potentially another quick attack coming out from the Sylveon into the
I think that's super
the
safe.
Rotom Watch just to pick up
Quick attack and even out your speed with Tailwind.
Yeah, because quick attack, because quick attack is priority, it just doesn't matter in the Rotom, and even Sylveon's low natural base attack doesn't matter that much because Rotom is at 1 HP. Anything will knock it out. We're gonna see the Delphox Mega here. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see the Rotom protect. Yeah, that's all. That's
delaying the inevitable.
Very good. We're gonna see. Yeah. We're gonna see what the Delphox does. I think this is probably gonna be the Arrow. That's pretty bulky, and we're gonna see Arrow match the Tailwind. And now Aerodactyl is the fastest thing on the field.
Quick attack and Rock Slide.
Yeah, quick attack rocks is the highest damage play here, and the best play here because even if you miss, it is still just Delphox.
Yeah.
Versus stuff. Ooh, Angel going for double protect with the Rotom, trying to at least keep it up for presumably damage calc reasons, so that way Rock Slide is always doing less damage from that spread damage multiplier. But I don't know how much that would have based on how fast.
Tough classes. Tough classes. Tough.
I don't think it actually affects Rock Slide, but I might also be wrong. I have been wrong on stream before.
That's okay. Sometimes I'm wrong during the actual game. And I pay the price, so. Benny's going to take that game 1 relatively quickly, and I think it just came down to that King Gambit getting +2.
A really commanding game 1 too, showing even without Supreme Overlord, King Gambit really is just the overlord of this format.
The Supreme Overlord, indeed.
+2
Black Glasses too. Whoa.
Yeah, Black Glasses +2 Sucker Punch. Angel really has to get that off the field as soon as possible.
Yeah, because you can't really use Delphox otherwise.
Yeah, and you can't even, as we saw, you can't even really use Chomp, especially if the lead of Fake Out Sword Stance with Sneasler into the Garchomp. Just too much. It's just too powerful.
Yeah, it's really tough for Angel.
Delphox can't really come in until the King Gambit is down, and that's why you see sometimes Delphox is paired with with the Mega Eternal Floette, specifically so that way it is not as nearly hard-walled by King. The team isn't as nearly as hard-walled by King Gambit as without it.
Yeah, especially these Black Glasses variants that usually don't run Iron Head, right? So Flood's taking those better. And I think, when you look at Angel's team, you kind of want that Sneasler to just get rid of the King Gambit, but, guess what? That goes down to Mega Aerodactyl as well, so...
Or potentially just even gets, redirected by
to Spicy Extract, right? So...
these... Benny having... Scoville and Aerodactyl are, they aren't, incredibly high damage output Megas necessarily, like Charizard Y, Delphox, Mega Floette, Tyranitar, or Steelix even. But they're still incredibly volatile in what they can do.
Yeah.
Spicy Extract shuts down on Spicy Extract into Angel's team shuts down the Sneasler, the King Gambit, the Garchomp. Aerodactyl can set Tailwind, and then just dual Wing Beat either the Sneasler and
the Sash Whims.
Yeah, and the Whims, or just Rock Slide for a lot of damage and just into the Delphox, or just straight up hard walls the Garchomp if it gets locked into a ground type attack. And we're gonna see leads here for game 2. It's gonna be that Rotom and we're gonna see both sides changing up leads a little, with Angel leading that Garchomp and the Rotom, and Benny leading Sylveon Aerodactyl. Sorry, the music just got really funky in here. But Angel probably playing for just the classic.
Look at that Sylveon, it's so happy. Oh, I don't think I'd ever seen that before.
Garchomp probably just going for Earthquake here, maybe. Actually, maybe not, but it's because of that Rotom, you do have that option for just Earthquake. But we're gonna see Garchomp immediately swap out into the Whimsicott. We're gonna see if Benny calls this. Okay, no Aerodactyl protecting. That makes sense with the Rotom on the field.
Now you got Encore pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, double Encore
yeah,
pressure.
The detect.
Yeah, and you know, Benny probably just wanted to see what the Garchomp locked into before deciding where to go, but now Angel punishes that by bringing in Whimsicott, which can now Encore into any of these slots.
Yeah, but we have seen it in the past where that Encoring into Protect sometimes just doesn't work out, and your opponent still gets like 4 Protects in a row. And it's like not, it's really, really unlikely to happen, but like it's still within possibility. And like even though Rotom is going to be able to pretty easily take down Aerodactyl, Sylveon can still try to change its move up into like Hyper Voice or Quick Attack. Even though Quick Attack's probably not that good, but like Hyper Voice, you only get. What I'm trying to say is just you only get 1 Encore this turn.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're gonna see these things are coming in. We're gonna see the Encore into this Sylveon.
You know, that slot makes more sense.
Yeah, Sylveon gets the second Protect.
If you're Benny, you don't want to see that.
And
but
then the Thunderbolt, we'll see what happens. Will we see the Para? No, we don't. And we're gonna see how many Protects can this Sylveon get in a row.
Yeah, Benny's in a weird spot. You know, like
you can't fake out, otherwise you just get Encore locked. You can't.
Yeah, if you attack, it's Tailwind plus attack.
Yeah.
Oh, no Tailwind.
Oh. Are we gonna see that Poison Touch proc again, or are we gonna see Dark Claw proc again? We're gonna see Focus Sash. Nothing. Ooh, Whimsicott gets through that turn really, in really good position. We're gonna see
Special attack rope?
If it does, it's like we're gonna see. Oh, okay, just doubling into the. No, yeah, Thunderbolt's always like the best play or the best lock into that slot.
Now, Angel in the driver's seat this game, and now you definitely want a Tailwind for sure.
Yeah, because then that gets Rotom into a much better into a position where it can pick off either one of these Pokemon from Benny's side.
Yeah, Tailwind, Thunderbolt, probably.
Yeah, that's like the best case.
Probably if you can Gambit, like that's the thing that's exerting more pressure. But you know, Benny might recognize that and protect it.
Or just go for the Sucker Punch. This is
some damage.
That's good damage. We're gonna see the Thunderbolt into the Sneasler. Probably just trying to keep Whimsicott safe.
Yeah.
Like keeping Whim safe is very important. Is pretty important here. Because now, I don't know, you can't really quick attack the Whims. You can, but like, you're not doing damage that you want, especially as now Angel can just call that King Gambit's gonna Sucker Punch and just Will-O-Wisp potentially. Oh. But we're gonna see not that.
Goodbye.
Oops. But we're not gonna see the quick attack. We're gonna just see. Do we see the special attack drop? We're gonna see the Moonblast. No. Hyper Voice. Yeah. Okay.
So you know, Garchomp is one up once in the back. It cannot protect. And then probably Delphox again, but that King Gambit is still around.
Delphox or potentially. Delphox.
I did not. Yeah, there it is.
The issue with that is then you just are playing a game where Aerodactyl comes in and then hard locks into. If it locks into Earthquake or Stomping Tantrum, and Aerodactyl gets to come back in for free, you are hoping that Rock Slide misses and cannot pick up your Delphox in one shot.
Yeah.
Like, you are playing for an advantage that you really can't afford. For a situation that you really can't afford to have happen, because it is entirely dependent on just a miss. We're gonna see Sucker Punch into the Delphox. That makes sense, but like
Earthquake.
we're gonna see the Earthquake. I think you really did need to just like Sucker Punch the Garchomp just to try to get some chip into it, just to make Aerodactyl's endgame a little easier. But we're gonna see Delphox going for Substitute. That's actually really big. But unfortunately for Delphox, Hyper Voice goes through Sub.
Oh, and
now Garchomp is really low to the point where now a Quick Attack will pick it up.
Yep.
And then Delphox probably can't, almost certainly can't break Aerodactyl, especially if it Megas. And then even then, like, this is just not a great position for Angel.
It was looking a little tough there for Benny for a couple of trims, but you know, ultimately, now looks
even
like
though I think Substitute was the right play just to be able to keep Delphox alive. I think that if Benny had just gone for the guaranteed Substitute into the Garchomp, this would be over a little bit faster. But we're gonna see Sylveon protects, that makes sense. Delphox, this Earthquake just not doing anything. We're gonna see the Heat Wave come out. This is gonna hurt quite a bit. Okay, maybe not. Oops, but we don't see a burn. And now Aerodactyl Rock Slide comes out, Garchomp goes down, Delphox stays up. And now Angel is pretty much just free to just Rock Slide Hyper Voice and not take a whole lot of damage from Delphox into either of these Pokemon.
Are we going to see 3 Rock Slide misses in a row?
Unfortunately, I think Hyper Voice picks up anyways. Like, single target Hyper Voice just does enough based on just the damage from the sub-turn.
All Benny needs to do is connect and attack.
Yeah,
and he does.
And that's the one that gets.
That's a 2-0 from Benny.
Yeah, and pretty well played, really well played from like both of these players. And there were absolutely some turns where just like, if Benny had made different calls, he would have just lost. But I think, especially towards the end of Game 2, it was very much in Benny's favor. And it was just a really good position.
Yeah, Aerodactyl looked fantastic there entirely. So.
Yeah, Aerodactyl was really good, and preserving that worked out really well. And we've seen Aerodactyl like just tank hits like that. When we've just seen it kind of go down to hits a lot. I don't know.
Just doing Aerodactyl things.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We will be back briefly. That was round 3. We'll be back with round 4
in a bit.
Yeah.